Hello, hello, lovelies. You are listening to the Love Life with Court show, and as always, I am your host, Courtney Duardo. If this is your first time tuning into the pod, well, welcome to the family, and if not, here is a warm welcome back. Without further ado, let's get started on today's episode. Hello, loves. Today we are getting uncomfortable. We are going to talk about our subconscious. We are going to talk about implementing change in our life and embracing life, not just simply existing, but truly living. And that all really stems from staying comfortable and avoiding change. Don't get me wrong, I am a sucker for comfort and familiarity. But where there's comfort, there is often a lack of transformation. In order for us to grow, in order for us to embrace life, in order for us to feel fulfilled and align with our purpose, we need to be continuously growing. And like I said, I love comfort. Long-lasting relationships, routines, and traditions definitely have their place. And what it does, it gives you a sense of belonging, a feeling of home and comfort. But it's also essential to have the unfamiliarity in your life. And to start, I want you to think of a time as a child, and maybe in that moment you weren't aware, but looking back, you remember feeling like your opportunities were boundless. Possibly at that time you were not aware of it, as I said, but at that moment, it was so simple, and you were open to new opportunities and new adventures. And now I want you to ask yourself, what is the difference between that day as a child, feeling young, feeling as though you could make any decision in the world, and the difference between who you are today? Well, the simple answer is your subconscious. Possibly the only difference is before you were living, and today you have gotten stuck in simply existing as a result of your subconscious programming. But like the title of today's episode, I am here to remind you that today is a new day. And like I always say, it's better to start small than to not start at all. And simply tuning in and listening to this episode, you've already taken one step to changing. So today, I want you to first be hyper aware of what today looks like. What is your mundane routine? What do you do when you wake up? What do you have for breakfast? Who do you interact with? What route do you take to work? What do you do during your lunch at work? How much time do you allocate spending time with your children? Who do you go out of your way to talk to, or who have you not called in a while? What do you do when you get home? I want you to analyze it all. Ask these questions. And then before bed tonight, you're going to pick a part of your day, whether it's the morning while you're at work, or once you get home from work, or your bedtime routine, whatever it is, and you're going to remove 2 things from your routine. And these don't necessarily need to be things that no longer serve you, but just 2 things from your routine that you question, why do I do that? How does it serve me? Is it necessary? So starting with removing 2 things, and then I want you to add 2 new ones that you feel are either important or bring you enjoyment. Then try your best to do your routine the least in order. It typically, all these little things we do, they only consist of maybe 5-10 minutes of our life. So what I'm asking you today is to change simply 10, 15, 20 minutes of your day. And then, like I said, try your best to do your routine the least in order and embrace that part. For example, if you usually wake up, make a coffee, brush your teeth, and then take a shower, well, try instead, once you wake up, take a shower and then brush your teeth. Or take a shower, have a coffee, and then brush your teeth. You'll start feeling, why am I changing this? This is so out of character for me. And that's your subconscious speaking. You may be asking, why is this going to help me? This is allowing you to be in the moment. You're not thinking about what needs to be done tomorrow. You're not focused on past regrets or what happened in the past. You are simply living today to live today. You're not reliving the past, you are not concerned about the future, and you are definitely not just simply existing. And this will begin your foundational work to reprogramming your subconscious. Keep in mind, this is the part of your brain that is used to doing the same tasks every day, that no longer requires you to be thinking about all these little habits that you have accumulated throughout your lifetime. Challenging this part of your subconscious, you find ways to understand more about yourself, your limits, your desires, the parts of your day you enjoy, and the parts you may not. Your subconscious controls, we've talked a lot about your subconscious, and I want to give you a little bit of a statistic. Your subconscious controls 95% of your day, every day. So 95% of your life is reliant on your subconscious. I want to say that again. This means that 95% of your day, you are simply existing, relying on a program within your mind that you don't even think about. Well, what if you can utilize this 95% by making it a pattern to embrace change, reprogramming your mind to no longer exist, but to embrace life every day? Now, it sounds quite complex, but I promise you it's not. So existing, like we've talked about, simply means to survive without feeling the actual reality of the feelings and emotions in it. When you think about it, as a kid, when you're learning how to brush your teeth, it either you don't want to do it or it gives you so much excitement learning how to do this. But now, because it may be 20, 30, 40 years of you knowing how to brush your teeth, you have no thought into that. No feelings. You just brush your teeth. The minute your toothbrush touches your teeth, your brain knows, oh, this is something that I do every single day. Now think about how many parts of your life are like that. Every day, you have no feelings. Nothing has changed. It's simply the same thing every day. And of those things that you do that you think very minimal thought of, reflect on how much of that consumes your day. Your mind is constantly filtering and bringing to your attention information and stimuli that affirm your pre-existing beliefs, presenting you with repeated thoughts and impulses that mimic and mirror of what you've done in the past. So essentially, we are just a program of our past. And our subconscious mind is the gatekeeper of your comfort zone. Now, the first step in creating massive change in your life is not actually believing that it's possible, but it's willing to see if it is possible. So are you willing to analyze your day today and at bedtime or whenever you have time, select a part of your day that you want to make a 15 to 20 minute change? 15 to 20 minutes. Now, that 95% of your subconscious that is pre-programmed, maybe tomorrow it could be 90%, and you'll begin that change. Like I said, the first step in creating massive change in your life is not actually believing that it's possible, but it's willing to see if it's possible. So give yourself permission to change by starting small. Tomorrow, it is 15, 20 minutes. The following day, it is 20, 30 minutes. And before you know it, that 15 to 20 minutes, it started with that. But in a year from now, it could be so much more. So that's today's episode. I hope you had a few aha moments along the way. And if you're interested in learning more about your self-love journey, because today is a big component of your self-love journey, taking the time, giving yourself permission, and valuing that you are important enough and significant enough to change your life in the way that you deserve. If you're interested in learning more about your self-love journey, check out my self-love guide, 10 Days of Loving Yourself. That's available on my website, www.lovelifewithcourt.com, where you can embark on 10 days of self-love with exercises and journal prompts and so much more. I love you all, and a friendly reminder to not only be kind to others, but also to your beautiful, amazing self. We will see you later this week.